Welcome, welcome. This is Lucio back from some more Timberborn. We're going to give the Iron Teeth another try. We're going to try on hard mode again. I learned last time we need way more water storage. There we go. Let's see. Our sound seems okay. Let's give a little pause there. We want some lumberjacks going right away. Say one over there. And last time I thought we'd finally were doing okay on them. And then the droughts kept getting longer and longer, and we ran out of water because I had not built the oodles more of water storage that we need for the iron, specifically more for hard mode. It doesn't have much to do with the Iron Teeth other than their breeding pods also take water. Oh, and then I'm trying to remember we needed food awfully quick on these guys. So we need to do the farmhouse, but we'll only do kohlrabies to start. We do need the water pump. I'm going to do one of those over here, and then we'll need water storage going. Toronto. Let's let them build for a little bit, but we don't necessarily need them to finish all of those water containers yet. And we want them to be going on a farmhouse pretty rapidly. Is there anything else we need to do really fast? I need to mark down where they should cut trees so my blessed lumberjacks actually do stuff. That would be helpful. We are not currently dying of dehydration anymore. Let's see how long that lasts before I mess up. I'm betting we can get at least an hour in. I think actually we probably lasted a little longer than that when we played at the end of last week. I think we got to where we had a 9-day drought, I want to say. And that's what did us in. Please be pumping more water than we are drinking. That would be amazing. Okay, we're gonna try and build another water pump real quick. One pump should totally be able to produce extra water. And let's go. Well, if I plant crops, they're probably gonna dry out. That's, let's see, 3-day, drought resistant for 2 days. I do not know if they will last. Let's see. 60. 78. 90. Something like that. Let them go. You don't want to do all kohlrabies in the long term, but for the beginning, that's the crop that can be eaten raw. Alright? What is up, doggos? The doggos wanted to come say hi. Probably smelled me eating some beef jerky and wanted to come steal some, but that's not good for you boys. I don't know if we're gonna get through this first drought. What did I do differently? I definitely had enough water to get through the first one last time. Did I have to build a levee thing? Let's see. Did I have to build the dam? So let's see. I've got 29 water. $21. Got 13 beavers. I say they all drink at least one a day. There's not quite 2 days worth of water. So apparently I don't want to do the farmhouse. I want to focus on getting a dam built up. say maybe 4 barrel tanks for water in a dam. Maybe. We'll see if we get through this. If not, we'll do a quick restart and try this again. I'm determined to succeed. Yeah, no, we're gonna restart real quick. Wood, lumberjack. One right there. Put in a path. You go over to there. All the way around. 1, 2, 3. That there. 1, 2, 3. And then we want some storage. Say 1, 2, 3, 4 for now. All of those as water. Increase the production priority a little bit. Copy around. Do that as the first priority. Well, actually, the lumberjack and the gather flag are the absolute first priority. Yep. Come on, little beavers. Starting activities seem to have to be done in a very particular order. In a very, very timely manner when you're on hard mode. Which I'm okay with, that makes sense. Okay, they built 2 out of the 4. Let's go ahead and get a dam queued up. And I'm gonna put it basically right here at the end. Come on, little beavers, finish the second pump. Okay. So now we're at least rapidly filling up our water barrels, hopefully. They are working on the dam, but it's not going to be done before the first drought. I'm not even sure these are going to be filled up. I definitely should have done 2 of these water tanks, 1 by each of those. And then they would supply from that to one closer into town. Or just put them all over by the water pumps. I think that would have been better. Yeah, because this is probably still not enough. How much water do I have? 53? 13. 46. Let's see. I'm still not sure that's enough. Okay, I know I got past this part when I played before. What the heck did I do? I'll keep an eye out. Maybe that is enough water to get them through. It's more than I had in that abortive attempt we just did. Okay, 20 water. We're down to 2.5 days. It's gonna be close. We'll definitely start getting dehydrated. I don't know if they'll go long enough that they would actually die. No, we are out of water and we have just over 2 days left. So I'm fearful that some of them are gonna start to die. This could be bad. Or is that the hunger symbol? You know. Starving. So I'd have to have crops go. I guess if I just did 2 tanks and focused on a levee first? Is that what I had done? I think that's what I've done. Yeah, I think they're gonna die. And even once the water's back, I'm not gonna have like instant blueberries. I might have to go rewatch my video from last week to even see how I got past this part. I feel like my brain is missing something obvious here. You guys could go ahead and be building a farmhouse, even if we're gonna die before we get to do anything with it. Not even sure where the green would be now. This is a supply. That would be water. Supply. Okay, we'll have water again in 0.2 days. Will they start to die before that hits? You can do it, water. You can do it. Let's go. Some of them are going to be starving here in like nothing flat. And I will have accidentally murdered more beavers. Which is not good. Okay, you guys can at least get hydrated again. We'll work on the food situation as quickly as we can. Let's go ahead and lay down where we will have kohlrabies. Right there. Nope, beaver died. Starved to death, starved to death. Starved to death. Yeah, okay. No, that doesn't work. Exit to main menu. We're gonna keep doing this until we figure out how to survive on hard mode. Gnawing Grove. Start. Lumberjack. Well, actually, this here. So we know where to put our path. So they're filling up the 2 tanks. We got 2 pumps going. Will they get the dam in time? So if they can do that, then we have a little time to build some more tanks. Crossing fingers. Not that this will make it any higher priority because it's the only thing I have queued up for them to build, but anyway. We haven't gotten the notice about the drought yet, so we've got at least 3 days to finish the dam. I think we would technically already have enough water to get through. So the question will be food. If I'd already had the farmhouse ready to go, I think we would have had a chance to harvest 1 round of crops. Right? Let's look over. Cassavas take 3 days, so it would have been close. We're getting pretty close on the dam, though. The dam will be finished before we get to the drought. And then we'll have crops before the end of the drought. So that should be fine. And beavers should survive this time. They are planting kohlrabies, which will be ready in 3 days. So I think we will manage not to starve. Let's go ahead and queue up another water tank too. We're in an ad break, but that's okay. Just the pumps for right now, because we want to save water in this area. We want all of the crop area, the blueberries, to stay hydrated. But we can turn them back on if we're going to die of dehydration. Okay, all the kohlrabies are almost planted. Go on that. Let's see, next priority, probably be getting another farmhouse going. I need barracks going. Welcome back from the ads. We successfully have plants growing, so kohlrabi should be, they're about 1/3 done, the earliest planted ones. So I think we'll have kohlrabies before everybody dies of starvation. We're still okay on water, even with the pumps turned off. We might have to turn them back on before the end of the drought, but it'll be close. Building a second farmhouse so we can have one on planting and one on harvesting. And we'll expand our kohlrabi section. see, that was 75. 21. It's like 32. That's a little more than the 100 carrots you naturally grow, or it tells you to do in the tutorial for the poke potatoes. So I'll estimate that's about right. Got barracks queued up over there. So crossing fingers, we've got 2 days left. Still have a little water in the tanks. Crops are going. First ones are about 60% done. Oh, they are already starving to death. So I've got to get the farmhouse. It is due the farmhouse right away. And then you got to just get that dam done before the drought hits. Food. Let's go ahead and get the farmhouse going since that is such priority apparently. 5 down to 15. And we'll do some extra over here. Something like that. Let's go, little beavers. I wanted to say little dwarves, but we're not playing Dwarf Fortress. That would be tomorrow. Come on, little beavers. Let's see. We've got to get that tank finished. We'll get the dam, and then we should be surviving this first drought on hard mode. I think I've done everything right this time. We will have no starving beavers. We will have no dehydrated beavers. Crossing fingers. And then I know I will have to be rapidly expanding the water storage. Because that's last week when we did get, it was several droughts in on hard mode. That's what wound up killing us, is that I hadn't built enough water storage to survive a 9-day drought last time. Okay, day 4. I forget which day this first drought is on. Hey, Zilfer. Welcome. You're just in time to hopefully see me survive my first drought fully without losing beaver on hard mode, because it's been kicking my butt. The drought is now, it's going to happen in 3 days, 2.8 days. So maybe they should have the dam done. That is the hope. We'll go ahead. It shouldn't make any difference, but I'm going to go ahead and mark it high priority, just so they don't potentially get distracted by something else. No, I actually went to bed a little early last night because I'd be up. Not early this morning, but earlier. You know, I just had totally left it on Discord in the voice channel, so hopefully there weren't any weird. I'm sure the dogs barked at some point through the night and the microphone picked it up. Yes. Good pun there. You and Ricky are all about that. But I think I have identified my perfect settings for Vintage Story. We'll see. And assuming all of the mod packs update. The Vanilla Plus one says it will work for 1.22, so we'll see. Hopefully, crossing fingers. Come on, you guys can build a little faster than this. You need that dam done. As long as we have some kohlrabies finished, I think we have enough water storage that they wouldn't insta-die. We'd at least survive through this first drought. Kohlrabies they're drought resistant for 2 days. Let's prioritize harvesting. Yeah, it's not quite going to be done. Doesn't look like it. No! I want my dam done so that my crops don't die off. Slowing the drainage. Eight out of 20. Close that one down. Water is slowly draining out, but we did slow it a little. 5 more to go. We've harvested some kohlrabies. Okay. Didn't quite have that done, but let's see. The already harvested ones, or the already grown ones, hopefully they will get harvested. And then do we have enough water? Because I am fearful that we do not. Yeah, I'm definitely fearful we're gonna die of dehydration this time. Not sure how much, if it's like 1 water a day per beaver or what. If it is, we might get, nope, they are out of water now. And I'm pretty sure 3 days is the cutoff to dehydration turning into death. Let's go, little beavers. Really hoping you can hold out for another day and a half. Don't die. This will be like our 4th or 5th attempt at surviving on hard mode through this first little bit. Yeah, they're feeling really bad for the beavers. I have failed them so bad. Hello, welcome to the chat. So I had a run at the end of last week when I was first trying hard mode. I got through this first drought, no problem. It was a later drought that killed me. I can't figure out what I'm doing differently. How I survived that first drought. Because I can make sure they get enough water, but if I do that, then they don't have enough food. I can make sure they have food, but then they appear to be dying of dehydration. We'll see if you can hold on a little longer, beavers. We will have water. 0.3. We'll be a little bit after that. Just go to sleep. There'll be water when you wake up. Come on. Now we just need water to flow back through here and pump it out. Come on. Pretty please. Yes. Okay. Work like a maniac, little beaver. Okay, we'll get some science trickling along. We'll get housing for all the beavers. We will get a breeding pod going, though I don't want to be making too many of them yet. Please be filling back up our water storage, because that's what's going to get us killed. Or save us from getting killed, I guess is the better term there. There's a water wheel. We go ahead and set cutting trees down over here. as well. I'll have to move a lumber flag over here. But in the long run, I want my water wheels over here and my industry probably there in the middle. Okay, people, I need water pronto. I don't feel like it should take 2 pumps to supply them enough water and fill up water storage. I swear it does not on the folktales. Even when you're still on the small pump. We want some stuff before the drought that we are incapable of saving up water for, apparently. Okay, they're working now. I see a little water storage going on. Maybe we won't die. I think we're still gonna die. We're only up to 72 water. We do at least have a full dam this time, so that will help. We can turn off one of the water pumps, maybe both of them. We want to keep water in here so it keeps our crops alive. Pause that one for right now. We'll turn it back on if we have to, but we've got 103 water, so that should hopefully be enough. Actually, it probably won't be for a full 5.5 more days, but it'll get us close. So come on, little beavers. Let's go. We've made it through Drought 1. Can we make it through Drought 2? Hopefully. We'll slowly just get longer and longer in this game. Or we might have to switch back to not hard mode for our first run at the Iron Tails. Do a hard mode on the Folk Tales instead. We shall have to see. It is mean, that is true. Yeah, once it gets going, whether it's hard mode or not, the droughts are the worst. Like, at the beginning, Bad Tide is horrible. Once you get going and you have it all set up, Bad Tide's not so bad. It's hard mode that will, or the drought that will kick our ass as we keep going. Looks like Anisha is doing some Stardew Valley. I don't know if he's streaming or not, it just popped up on the Discord. 30-day droughts are horrible. Yeah, no, I haven't turned it on yet. Well, I haven't finished building it either. I guess I could get it, turn that back on for building. And the breeding pod. Because the breeding pod drains my water. And my berries. Mm-hmm. You are correct. Yeah, let's see. As soon as we're back from the ad now. Yeah, you're correct on the no new beavers. That's part of what makes the Iron Teeth ones so weird. You gotta balance making new beavers, but making new beavers drains your water and your berries, which is your food supply here. Not so much anymore. I've got kohlrabies going now, but it is annoying. Why aren't they building that either? Are we working over on this thing? Yeah, we're working over on the second barracks. Let's see. Nobody there. I've got 3 workers. Oh wait, starved to death? I had food. Why did you starve to death? That's why nothing's getting done. My beavers died. I had food. Food was not our issue. Water was our issue. Now they died of old age. No, that's not one. Ugh. Where did we die? Load that autosave. Let's see if they'd already died at this point. I really want to know why. Because I had kohlrabies. So why did they starve? Okay, had they already died? They had not. Did we not have kohlrabies in time? Maybe. Maybe we didn't. Let's see. What are the earliest ones? We've got 45. A couple at 40%. I think this is when they started to die. Yeah, that's key, having the different priorities on the farms, absolutely. I've definitely been like, why aren't you harvesting? Oh, you're only planting. That doesn't help me. I think this is when they died. I must have missed it that they died right before we had the kohlrabies. Yep, that's what that one does. Come on. Daytime, little beavers. How close are we? 52. Lower 40s. Some down in the 20s. I could... That's true. I could jack them up to 18 hours for a while. That is a good point. Okay, now we're getting some water. Slowly but surely. Died of old age. That's fine. I mean, I'd rather you not. I'd rather have immortal beavers, but it's at least not dying of starvation. 71% till... That one's at 80. We should have new blueberries here pretty fast. Nope, starved to death. So this is when it happened. And I just didn't notice that they were so very close to kohlrabies. And then not. $90. 92. Two of them have starved to death. Died of thirst? What? I think our water pumpers are just lazy. Okay. This will be like the 5th time, but we're going to try this again. $20-hour days? Okay, we can do that. Hadn't even really been thinking about that, but even the tutorial at normal with the, what do they call it? The folktales do have you bump up the time limit for working hours. Oops. What's wrong? Read that. Okay, we want lumber mill or lumber jack flag over there. Let's put in a path. We want a gathering flag right there. Let's put down our normal path over here because that part is fine. Another lumberjack because we need a lot of wood at the beginning. Lots of trees. Cut them all down. Cut all of those down. Okay, let's bump it up to 20 hours. With that, I could see that definitely helping us. And then we did want to go ahead and get one water storage at least already going right there. We'll call it water. Like, go ahead and put a second one up there. I mean, I can. How many beavers do I have? I have lots of extra beavers at the moment, so sure. Do that. Let's go, beavers. Eight out of 12, 11 out of 12, so we almost have water. We'll get a farmhouse going. And kohlrabies, let's see, out to 5, let's go down to 15. That looks okay. Slightly over 100. Go ahead and mark the area for the dam. But I will have them do the farm as the high priority. Since it is absolutely the most important part, we will not have starving beavers again. Let's keep an eye on the water. Okay, they're planting kohlrabies. As soon as we have the dam done, we can work on probably more water, but then a second farm. You guys are already hungry. We have a gather flag. I guess I could do an extra gather right at the beginning. That might work. Almost done with the first dam. The first slot of the dam. Yeah, it's the normal corporate versus worker happiness. Let's work them to death. We get more out of them, but who cares about worker happiness? So I appreciate that this game does have, as you increase the well-being of the beavers, it actually, you get things like the beavers become healthier, they live longer, they're more productive, they move faster. It's like, yeah, could we embrace that in real life? Okay. I should be being able to eat berries every now and then. And we are progressing on our dam. Oh, that's true. I absolutely do not need them until it is ready for harvest, and you guys prioritize harvest. Move wood around for me, please. I should give them the option to create a union and strike. I would support that. That would be a good addition. I want to see a little beavers going around with picket signs. Okay, almost over here. 13 out of 20 on that one, so then 40, 45 left. I don't even need that second gather flag. We'll be done with these before it would be done. Go ahead and get this queued up. I do have this as high priority though, right? Yeah. Some more storage for water. $28, 13 out of 20. We could tell him to work on that. Give him a break from vintage story mods. Be like, why don't you come over here to Timberborn for a little while? In the main hub, but with low priority. Yeah. That's true. Pause that for... Wait. Not pause. Did we just do our first harvest already? Whoa. That was quicker than I was expecting. Okay, how are we coming along on that one? Almost done with the dam. Excellent. We're going to have that done before. And we're going to need more water storage. And then I'd like to get a second farm up and running quickly. I also tend to put this down at low priority after a while. We'll have to see. That's with the folk tales. Still learning the Iron Teeth. They're so very similar, but so very different all at the same time. It's interesting. Okay, 12 out of 12 there. Water's going on. So let's queue up some more storage. We'll do another one over here. We'll just duplicate this. Duplicate. And duplicate. That's true. I think we can get all of these done. We should have enough water that we could keep a breeding pod going. We've got food now. So we could move the berries over. Do the water first. Workplace pie on the water. We're able to keep those berries alive with the dam, then we should get more berries pretty quickly after the drought. Or even at the end of the drought. And then we can get going on the breeding pod. Okay, you guys need to be filling up my tanks of water. Excellent. Passing 100, 102. You're fine. Go ahead, breeding pod. We'll fill you up with water before the drought. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and queue up another farm. I think having that extra gather flag in the 20 hours does make a tremendous amount of difference. Queue up this. And the barracks. One over there. One over there. I don't want to overload my poor little beavers too much. Do that one first. And you will prioritize planting to their harvesting. Drought has started. Let's pause this. Pause that one. We'll see as we go. If we need to, we'll turn back on those pumps. Yeah, I'll probably have them go give me a lot of beavers, or 10 beavers real quick, up to 20, and then I'll pause them. Usually, once I get going, I do like a big tank for the water, and I have these only set to supply. So like this one, I wish I could queue up like which one takes from the other. What do you have a chip too, I think? So let me gear that up real quick. Put that there. So I can say only supply on this. And this one is only supply. But generally, I'll have a small tank near the pump that is set to supply only. And then once I'm going, I'll have like a medium tank near a couple scattered throughout the central areas that only accept water. Yeah, you can give all the advice you want. Fix his chipped tooth area. Okay, why are you guys hungry again? We have food. See? 83 food. Go eat something if you're hungry. Still doing okay on water. Almost down to 3.5 days. Got the first barracks built. He has repaired his tooth, so that's good. Are they standing around? It's true. That is a good point on the iron teeth that, I mean, the houses are great for well-being, but they don't actually need them for breeding. So doing science, I do love to rush science. That's my general philosophy in all games is, how quickly can I rush science? Come destroy that tree, please. And that one, but we'll let them, they're pretty close on the building there. Let's see, 17 plant crops. I guess I could go ahead and get them started on one of the ones we'll use later. What do we need for the fermenter later? It will need power, but only logs. It doesn't need planks or anything. So I could go ahead and plant some, what's that called? Cassava? Maybe. Do a little cassava. For gate stairs, yep, that is almost identical to my typical order. Stairs. Ooh, I wasn't thinking about gates, but that would be important to block off the path for bad tide. I usually just do that manually for a little bit. And the medical bed, yeah. 3 days. What are we down to on water? 84. We're still sticking with that much farming. Let's bump you down to 1 and see if you hold up with that amount of farming. Oh. And we will do path here. Go build me a science place. I'll have to move the lumber camp over there after a while, but you'll get at least some of it. Come on, little beavers. 55, 50, 51 water. It is kind of crazy. And I am not looking forward to 30-day long droughts or bad tides. That just sounds stupidly annoying. I wouldn't have minded longer bad tides on my normal run on the folktales, because after a while bad tides weren't actually even bad. They were just Let's make sure we have some water beforehand, but that was it. I do like to get medium tanks as quickly as possible, especially on this, because I know I got up to where I had a 9-day drought on hard mode and then just did not have enough water storage to get through it. Let's see, remove. Can I actually move these, or is it just I can make a new one? Let's duplicate. Path over here. Yeah, that first bad water is going to come through and just lay waste to some of this. Let's see, I got science going. I do need storage. How are we doing? Close to storage on that. I would say get more water storage prepped. That wasn't the right one. Delete that. Water storage. Let's do paths around here. So that's where I'll have a medium tank later. This should be water. Copy. Oh, we're in an ad break. Okay. Let's go. There's some really weird ads that pop up. I've got a account over to the side that watches the ads so I actually know when they're occurring, because the announcement is just not well timed most of the time. And sometimes I'm like, yeah, that ad makes sense for me, and other times I'm just like, no, not at all. Nothing I care about. Like this one, it's doing another sports betting. I do not like sports betting. I don't even really watch sports. We're up to 0, but the drought is almost over. Have a good night. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome back from the ads. Thank you very much for the follow. Have a good night. I think we've survived this drought, and then we'll have water again. Nobody has died. We've racked up our water storage. Got some science going on. And we'll see if we get some more science. See ya. I don't know. I'll probably be playing later this week. I might have to rework my schedule a little bit. I know I've got currently on the schedule is Dwarf Fortress tomorrow, because I've been away from my dwarves for too long. Oh, I gotta kick back on my water pumps because my poor little beavers are dehydrated and I've got water that I'm not pumping. Like a moron. Are they keeping up? Let's knock that one up to 2 for the harvest place. Though I don't have any free adult beavers right now. Will let us get up to a few more children so that we're on target for... Oh, that could be interesting, Zelfer. It has been a bit. I might log in and promptly kill my poor fortress. Steel of Destiny shall not fall. I've got a vacancy. We had one die of old age. Seriously, already? We just got done with the first one, or the second one. First one? I think it was the second one. Okay, that's gonna have to wait till we have more people. Put that on low priority. Especially since we've got a person from YouTube that hopped in the Discord that was watching some of the earlier Dwarf Fortress, and I've utterly failed them. I know I made a VOD of the death of Basement Fortress. I apparently deleted said VOD. I don't know where it went. It's not on my computer. It's not uploaded to YouTube. So they're like, what happened? I'm like, goblins, question mark? I don't actually remember. I assumed goblins and I lost the video. I'm so very sorry. But plan this week, Dwarf Fortress and Timberborn. I'll probably replace the Satisfactory stream with Timberborn because I'm really liking Timberborn. And then, so we're not doing any vintage story this week because we're just waiting until 1.22 is out. I don't feel any need to do anything else on a server that we're about to roll over. Okay, I need to get some storage going for food. So medium warehouse. To do one. Will the berries fit over there? Not quite. I guess I could get rid of this pod. No, let's do storage over here for the kohlrabis. Which, kohlrabi. There we go. And I will do one over here when that breeding pod is done. We've got some science going. Let's get stairs. We'll need 80 for the medical bed. I think I can get by without gates for a little bit, actually. Power, we can get by with the compact water wheels for a little bit, which I should have them working on. Oh, I'll need levees. That'll help increase the power on the water wheels. Let's see. Droughts in 0.9, 0.8 days. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're working on the 6th thing for water. Okay, we can do it. We can do it, little beavers. We can do it. Need to monitor this one because as soon as that breeding pod is done, I want to get rid of that breeding pod. And that's where I'm going to put some storage for blueberries. Chevy did the levee, but the levee was dry. Oh, I haven't heard that song in... I don't know how long. Who does that? Who sings that song? I don't think I've heard that since I was a teenager. Which is a sadly long time ago now. Okay, turn off that water pump, turn off that one. Almost done with this breeding pod. How are we doing on crops? I think the planter's keeping up just fine, it seems like. Okay, destroy that one. And then storage. Medium warehouse. I'll have to destroy that one. I need a forester really quick. That's what I'm gonna need. Mark for demolition. Yeah, what's a forester take? 30. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, it does take planks though. Planks. So we'll go ahead, we'll queue one up over here. That water wheel is just not going to be connected for a little while. Don McLean? I don't know that name. It is not ringing any bells. Not that I'm really a music person at all. Occasionally. And I will totally go down a YouTube rabbit hole of listening to people react to different music and watching the vocal coaches. But I'm tone deaf. It's bad. Can't carry a tune. Can't carry a beat. Doesn't work well. That have enough power? Once it's running, how much power do you take? 75, so one like full blast compact water wheel will keep you going. Let's do berries in that one. So we have food storage. We'll have planks going. So we'll need a forester. And I want the forester to be able to both plant trees and some blueberries. I think that's okay. So let's queue up tree-wise. What are we gonna want? We're going to want mostly oak. We'll want some pine. So a lot of this is gonna get killed in that first bad tide. We'll want some resin. And then we want birch to give us quick wood. Okay, and we'll need some stuff for blueberries. Especially because the bad tide will kill off the blueberries. So we have them protected later. Let's see, blueberries there. Something like that. Okay. Now they won't be able to build that forester until we have planks. They should be working on planks as soon as the drought is done and we have power. Up to 16 on the beavers there. So still let the breeding pods go. What's it gonna get us to do a fermenter? That also needs power, so I'm gonna need the levee soonish. Oh, I can do the levee actually. Awesome. Okay. So levee right there, and right there. And then I want to do a water wheel right there, and a levee. And on the power, connect those. Okay, they should be able to get to all of those and get them built. I'm just gonna go ahead and move this lumberjack over there and pause at that one. Okay, 1.1 day left. How's our water? 122. Excellent. So we should be fine on water. Now we need to start thinking bad tide before too long. What's it going to cost us on floodgates? 500 on that. Let's see. We come up here. We'll want to do floodgates there. We want to blast that away. We've already got stairs going, so that won't be too bad. We can start getting the path built over to there. We will need a platform. That's gonna suck. Yay, no more drought. Okay, 100 on that. We'll be there pretty soon. I'm on water wheels. How are we doing on water? We had plenty for the drought. Oh, we did not have full storage tanks, so I don't think I need to build any more storage tanks yet. How many do we have total, actually? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I think we're good up to at least like a 9-day drought. Platform, go ahead and grab that one. Pathway. We'll slowly be working on that. Actually, we'll need a stairway, not a pathway right there. What am I doing? No, path. Delete that path. Stairway. There we go. Water wheels are going. One log to connect all of them. That is very loud when you are zoomed in on the water wheels. Okay, planks, foresters built. Let's see, we've got 2 spots we need to fill. We've got 4 beaver children growing up. That'll bring us to 18. That'll fill the 2 slots, have 2 extra. Then 2 more will give us 4 extra. Other than saving up science for things and getting pathway over here, what's next on our list? Floodgates. We will need a triple, and that'll take 500. Larger water storage would be very awesome, but we'll need gears to make it. I would like to get a hauler's hut built. Anything else that's critically important? We should have enough for power for fermenter. Let's see, if we go right, and actually I want to do it on this side. I want to do my industry stuff, but well, food industry will mostly stay over here, I think. So platform. How am I going to do that? I'm going to move my drought approaches again. I'm going to move the planks over here and then do storage, a large industrial pile over in this section. Let's see, over here probably. Please go chop that tree down. They'll get to it. So I'm going to move the industry over there, except for the fermenter, which we will get put over in this section. I never turned the pumps back on. That sucks. I am sorry, little beavers. I am failing you so much. We're gonna turn the inventor down on priority. Fill those water tanks up quickly, please. Because I was letting my poor little beavers get dehydrated and there's a drought approaching. Can't wait till I can hook up a sensor to that and have it all automated. Not used to actually having to manually do this anymore. Let's see, plant trees, oak, going little beaver. Yes, we've got the prioritize birch, I would say. Might do another one down here too. Not really sure on that yet. Or well, do it over here so it's close to the... Yeah, actually that's what I'll do. We'll have this be a more long-term wood growth area. Okay. You... Away. I realized this wasted some resources. That is unfortunate. Fermenter. We could go right there. And then if we need to, we'll do that right there so we can do power over and do power over here if need be. Pathway right there. So we'll start having the fermented cassava. So we will have to get storage built. Oh, there's no pathway. Yay, pathways. Something like that. Wood storage, where are you? Make you logs. Okay, I don't even have little bitty wood storages set up like I normally do, so they'll have to bring it straight over. Which is why we will want a hauling post. Soonish. Still need more beavers, though. That'll bring us up to 19 with all but one free beaver. I don't know if that's counting the... That's not counting the hauling post yet. Or probably the fermenter, so we're gonna need at least like 25? Closer to 30 beavers. Ugh. Not ick at the beavers, because I like the beavers, but we have to feed them all. And water them all. Oh, are we gonna have enough water? Pause this. We'll have to keep an eye on it. I don't know if we'll have enough water. You don't take water, do you? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, I know we have no power. Actually, you guys can both be paused till then. That'll give us a person in the science building, which will be nice. Rack up some extra science. Did we need anything else before we were buying floodgates? Let's see. Floodgates, where do they take to build? Just planks. Awesome. The larger storage does take years, so I'll hold off on that. So many more beavers. Let's see, got the pathway all built over here. Let's go ahead. I can at least be demolishing this. That's where we will divert the bad tide to later, once we have floodgates. Which we are slowly saving up for. Come on. We'll put you at a lower priority. And lowest priority. Please go put a beaver in the science space. Oh, I have it marked down as... My bad. My bad. Shooting my own foot with setting priorities. Oh, we had one die of old age. How do you pronounce that? Digermal? Digermal? Digermel? Digermel? Something like that? Has died of old age. Okay, be racking some science up. Little beavers. I wanted to say dwarves again. We were talking about some dwarf fortress, and now it's on my mind. Is our planter keeping up? Yeah, it seems like the planter's still keeping up. Which probably means I could add some farm. How are they doing on harvesting though? I seem to be a little behind on harvesting. Which I guess means I could add a farmer back here. And once, if they have no planting jobs to do, they'd go do harvesting, of course. We need so many more beavers. Come on, breeding tanks. It seems like we're still going up in beavers, but we are having ones die of old age, so I'm not totally sure what the production versus death rate is being like. I don't think I have a way to track that. Doesn't look like it. Would be the easiest for going up on our well-being. We want to get what? Fur. That's true. Okay. Shower. That's going to cost... I need floodgates first. Sorry, little beavers. Floodgates are more important. I really like the triple one. The double might be okay. Wait, I need stairs, don't I? Think that stairway. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab. Well, if it's a double, that would keep it from coming this way. So I think a double would actually be the minimum. Prefer a triple, but we can do that later. Okay. So you're gonna go here and here. You guys be working on that. Priority 1 on that. Oh, I need to turn back on a water pump. Uh-oh. I think we had so many beavers, we're gonna run out of water. It's not good. pause that one. Rooster can go down in priority. Hunger. We've got all of the food. You should absolutely not be hungry. Okay, down to day 4. I've started an ad break, looks like. We started dying off during the ad break. I'll pause it. And of course, again, it's a sports betting thing. Three days. We can get it down to 2 days. That means even if we go drought, drain our river, our crops won't die. Nope. I think our crops are going to die. So we got down to 2.6. Joy. We got at least a little water built up though. They might live through it. Looking back from the ad break, we drained our river, but we did build up some water. We lasted till about 2.6 days left on the drought before the river drained. Now, unfortunately, that will kill off the crops. So I'm gonna pause the planting one. How are we doing over here? Have we not? Oh, I don't have any planks. You should still be able... No, I've got 10. You should still be able to bring logs over. Do I not have any builders? I don't have any builders. That's it. We're going to turn that down to 2 haulers for the moment. Let's get some builders going over there to... Because we're going to have a bad tide before too long, I'm pretty sure. One day left on the drought. Can we make it? Ooh, our blueberry bushes will not actually die. How are you so drought tolerant? That seems excessive. We'll be fine on food. We have plenty of food surplus, so it'll be time for them to replant all of the kohlrabi and everything. Question is the bad tide situation. Wait, do I need to do it as a platform? I might have to do this as a platform. let's see. If I do a stairway there, yep, I think that's an issue. Okay. Delete that one. Delete. Platform. Another platform. Delete that. Path. Stairway. Ooh, I can't just go. Pathway over here. And it should have them at the equivalent height. I don't think I need to go up that high. Maybe. We'll see if this actually works. If it doesn't, I can put in the rest of it. I think the one... No, because I thought it had a stairway built, and that wasn't enough. I'll have to watch that. I think I might have actually had it where it would have been fine, and then I just didn't wait long enough. 0.1 days! Come on. And nobody's died of starvation or dehydration. But it's getting really close on the water. We are dehydrated. Okay. Nice. Hydrate everything again, please. And I've got my pumps going. Gonna re-enable that one on the breeding pod. And we're gonna kick on the planters. And that should have the... Ooh, I need to unpause the place. Except I don't have enough workers. What can I lower worker-wise? Already got that down, marked down to 2. We're gonna pause that science. 2, we're gonna mark that down to 1 for right now. They might not keep up with the entire field size, but they're keeping up with more food than we need. Actually put the builders slightly before the haulers in priority, but I'm going to knock it down to just 2 builders. Okay. Now, how long do we have before either another drought or a bad tide? I would actually prefer a drought at the moment to a bad tide. If it waits long enough on the bad tide, we can divert that and not have it actually come through and kill all our stuff. Which would be D&D as far as I'm concerned. This needs to supply only, that one can supply only. Same thing over there. Okay, 2 vacancies, though I still have... Let's see, the fermenter is paused, and I only have hauling post up to 4 people. So yeah, we need like 30 beavers, it seems like. I'm always going to be behind on workers until I get bots. just seems to be... I queue up too many tasks. I know I do this. I can't stop myself. And I have the farms turned down. Whew, sorry, yawning there. On the number of people they have. Ooh, our water is almost full up. Excellent. Oh, it's just because they brought it over from the ones I marked supply only. That makes sense. I'm gonna make you high priority and you high priority. I want to see if you can actually, if that will work. Okay, those tanks are all full of water. We're at one of the peaceful moments where we're just letting them work. Okay. You're not quite done on the stairs. You are done with the platform though, so come on. Grab everything from that little storage or rubble pile. Come on, you can do it. Stairs. Awesome! And then can they reach this? It does act like they can reach it. Two of the floodgates built. Okay, we've got one more drought at least before bad tide. That shouldn't be too bad. We're almost totally full of water. Let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Don't remember how long the last drought was. If it's a 9-day, we're good. If it's more than a 9-day, we are in questionable territory. We're gonna want gears going here before too long. So that we can get more storage. Let's see, 120, yep. Unlock that. Gear. Where's the gears? Gears. But again, I don't have beavers. That's gonna be, I'm trying to add more tasks before I have beaver. So do I need another breeding tank? Yeah, I think I'm gonna put back in another breeding tank. I thought we were fine with just 2, but we are definitely not expanding the population very fast. It did destroy all of that. Excellent. So we need to mark. Let's get rid of that path. Double floodgate right there. We'll go ahead and mark those as all high priority. So if they get those done, we should actually be okay for our first bad tide, I think. They're not triple floodgates, but that will be enough. Block off that way, but let it go through that way. To the right. I think. Certainly looks that way, at least. Let's get that breeding pod done first, actually. That is our big bottleneck right now, is beavers. In 3 days to the drought. Doing on power, let's see. This can take up to... Planks can do 75. Gears take 120. That's a lot. So 195. How much are we producing? Theoretically, we're producing plenty, but I doubt that's going full speed even when we have water. Put that down. Settings. That volume was a little loud. Too soon. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Come on, beavers. Okay, this is an 11-day tide. Ooh, drought. 11 days. I don't know if we will survive that. It's going to be tight. Unfortunately, we can't really do anything but just sit here and wait for it to go by. They're working on finishing off the floodgates. And then they'll be working on the gear shop. So, we'll divert it over here. It'll come through this way. And then it'll spill down and it'll come through here. So it will still kill off this area, which in the future might be an issue because I wanted to put some trees there, so we'll have to block that area. But I can do that. Eventually we'll have the irrigation barrier, which the folktails have the nice barrier that doesn't block irrigation, but does block contamination. I'm just like, if the iron teeth are supposed to be more advanced, why don't they have one like that? Seems like they should. I've got to figure out, YouTube stream seems okay, but it keeps talking about the keyframe frequency being too low. But I'm not seeing any dropped frames. Do not know. 8 days. 263 on the water. It's going down fast. Lots of beavers dying of old age, though we did have one be born and one grow up. Yeah, I think with 2 tanks we had reached either flatline or actually dropping slightly in population. So we've upped that to 3 tanks. That would make sense. As you go up in population, you're increasing your death rate just by having more beavers for the frequency of deaths. So you would need to up the frequency of births to counteract if you have an increasing population. Okay, that is need some planks, which we're not producing right now. As soon as the drought ends, we will be producing, and it's not going straight into a bad tide from the drought, so we'll have a little time to make some planks. Okay, I'm gonna let that run. I will be back in like 20 seconds. My dog's getting into something, and I'm gonna go check on him. Okay, I am back. And the poor little beavers are still trucking along. We're down to 6 days on the drought, 186 water. Gonna be close. We finished that floodgate. No, because we're waiting on planks. That's right. Oh, autosave, nice. $170 on the water. Closing in on 5 days left. Let's see, did we get this log storage done? We did. It is already totally full up. I would like the big underground industrial pile thing of the folktales. Seems like the industrial beaver should be able to do larger storage, but apparently not. Guess we will want some storage for planks. Let's see, where are we going to want to put that? If we bring power around, we're going to have power from this side. I'm just going to make it over here. That'll be fine. I do need to get some well-being things going, so let's look at this. Decorations for the shrub. So if I do that right there, and then a campfire right there. Rooftop terrace, we'll have to work on that with some stairways later. We'll just get those built. That'll help with the well-being score a little bit. Almost down to 4 days left on the drought. 125, 122, 21 on the water. We are up to 500 science. Next on the science, let's see. We have to have, to do the number cruncher, we'll need the bolt things. Wait, no good selected. Store planks, please. To do that one, looks like we'll just need to unlock it. So let's go ahead and unlock that. No, I can build it right there. That'd be a stupid location for that. We'll definitely want the treated planks here in a little bit. Let's go back to this. Planks, gears, and the screws. Storage. This just needed gears. So, when we are not in the middle of a drought, we will, and we have gears. Once we have plenty of gears, we will tear those down and build up a medium tank. 678 times 30, so that's 240, where this one will hold 300. Oh, we're up to a little higher than well-being. Oh, we built the shrub and the campfire. Excellent. Housing. Later on, we'll do the advanced breeding pod, but that'll be quite a ways. Large barrack. That's not a big priority. We are going to need to build a new barrack, though. Let's do one right there. We'll need this for metal, which again will only take metal gears and planks. So let's go ahead and unlock that one. And then we'll probably want to start working on automation stuff. I'm not going to need double platform for a while. Actually, I don't even know if I've ever used anything other than a single platform. Oh, I forgot. The Iron Teeth dwarves are the subway ones. I'm going to have to experiment with that. I've never played them enough to actually do the two-way station. So I'm not sure how to make best use of that. I would like to get the triple floodgate and the irrigation barrier. That's going to need treated planks. So that'll be a ways. Food. I think we've got higher priorities than that. We're just gonna have to build up population first, for one thing. Well, oh, we are out of water. And we totally drained. I guess our crops drained this area. I didn't even have the water pumps going. Joy. So I also, at some point, going to want to basically blow this all up and make a reservoir. Really quickly, too. Ooh. That's going to be interesting. Let's see. Explosives factory. We'd have to be collecting bad water. We'd have to make some bolts. We'd have to unlock all of that. Which that part we could do. Bad water pump. We just need the science for, but we'll be making all the pieces after we set up these. And that doesn't even require power, so actually that's really nice. We'll get that queued up here for the future. Okay, drought ends. I think we're just gonna have to put up with some dying of the crops for a while. Is that enough to kill off our trees? No. Okay, we survived that one. Awesome. We are producing some gears now, slowly but oh well, actually we've gotta get the planks to finish the gear shop and then we'll be producing gears. But be prioritizing that floodgates. We want to be ready for the bad tide. Oh, and I need to turn on our water pumps because we are dying of dehydration. Sorry, Beaver. Sorry. It's done with that floodgate. And we're in an ad break. Ooh, first bad tide in 3 days. Okay, we do have all of our floodgates though. So theoretically we're okay. We'll see. Not totally sure on that one. Yeah, we'll have to just see how that one goes. Okay, we're working on the metalsmith, so that'll give us screws. And we need the screws to do a bad water pump. 250. We can go ahead and unlock that. Which we need to do explosives. We need 400 of the explosives factory. Because we are desperately going to need a reservoir here for water. And then something I don't usually bother with, but might be helpful. If we're not going to be using the area for farmland, we could do... So we could do a big reservoir, but then we could put the impermeable barrier around there. Or let's see, floor and barrier. Yeah, so the barrier is going to take treated pine, or treated planks. But that'll help us not be losing the water to areas we really don't care about. And we'll probably also do, like, blow up through there. And then come that way. We'll have to see when we have the bad tide. I don't think it will get produced over here. This always looks like there should have been... It was like there was a water producing source there that then just got removed. How are we doing on our... We don't have nearly enough water. I hope this first bad tide situation is short. This is going to be very bad. Might need to get to 3 water pumps pretty quickly in this game. On hard mode, I don't really know. I can get rid of one of these lumberjack flats now. That is no longer needed. Okay, bad tide. Rank those up. How long is it gonna last? 7 days? Oh boy. Okay, we're just gonna have to drain the river and not worry about our crops dying. See, that's so you also harvest or focus on harvest for it. Okay, well, we're not getting poisoned though. No, this area I would have thought was. Does it not go up too high? It goes in for farther than that. Not sure. To be determined. Let's go, little beavers. We can harvest all that, and then we'll just let it die off on this one. Our trees should be, they'll be perfectly fine for that long. Mm-hmm. Is that a broken tooth or what is wrong with you? No, you're injured. Okay. We need a medical bed. I knew that was coming, but I was hoping it would wait a little longer. I don't really want to put the medical bed in the shrub area. You can go right here. Go over by one of the breeding pods. We can't have injured beavers. They don't do anything. We are going up in population again, which is good. We are making metal parts, which is very useful. Okay, not that we will be doing anything with it yet. But let's go ahead and build the bad water pump. And I'm just going to put one over there right now. Do not have enough science to unlock the explosives factory yet. We're getting there. We are getting there. Slowly but surely. Two more of those, mostly logs that we need. I don't know if we have enough gears. We might have to wait till we have water pressure again. Current. I'm going to pause these. Let's see if by chance we can keep our crops alive. Should have plenty of water to get through the next little bit. We focus on planting. Did we get our little hospital bed built? Yeah. Excellent. Okay, power-wise... Ooh, I would like a large water wheel, but... I need explosives. I think that would be worth it, though. 200... I'll have to keep an eye on that. So I want to do the power wheel, the water wheels, over here in the bad tide area. That way they'll run during normal water and during the bad tide. It will only be during the drought that we won't have power from them. Two days left on the drought. Okay, we've got at least a little bad water saved up. I don't feel the need to do a storage container for that at the moment. That's going to take screws and power. So that's probably actually what we want to do first. Can we get by without a big reservoir up here for a while? Is the question. I do not know. Do not know, but I think that's what we're going to have to try to do, because I need more power, I need science faster. Otherwise, it's going to catch up. Things are going to catch up to us one way or the other. Okay. Unlock that. Let's see. What do you require? Why can't I build you there? Supported from the side, requires access to water. Yeah. Bad water, bad tide should be fine. No water over there anymore. Uh-oh. 0.1 days, 96. Okay. It's about to switch over to normal current. We'll see if for some reason a large power wheel or large water wheel. I've never had a problem building water wheels in bad water before. Supported from the side. Oh, does it have to be deeper? It has to be deeper. Okay. But I could do platforms across here. Yeah. Eventually, I could just blast that down a little farther. Or where's our thing for removing dirt? Dirt excavator. That's a lot of science. And a lot of specialty equipment. Okay. Platform. Just go that way. I guess if I did platforms on this side, that would at least let the bottom go. But I could do floodgates along here. Maybe? I don't know. We'll see if that works. If it does, I could do it along the side here too. Come on, normal water. Where? Oh, the floodgates. I gotta take them down. Oh, I need so many things automated that are not automated yet. Let's see, weather station. Oh, and that's gonna take treated planks. Okay. Water pump, go. We need water as quickly as possible, please. Okay, that will allow me to build them there. Which I think will work. But, so if that works though, demolish these. I guess you're not getting that rebel pile back. That's okay. I'm sorry about that. Let's do a platform here. And then a water wheel there. Let's see. If we turn that around, I'd still have to go up. Wouldn't I? Okay. Platform across. And then I want to do some levees. And I can do a power wheel. No, wait, what is that? Oh, that's the beaver driven one. Why do you not go that way? Okay. Nope. Large one. So it has to go there. Then a levee down the side. Well, that's just not tall enough. Okay. Duh. Platform. Water reel. Spin it around. There we go. Yeah, that's what we want. And let's do a levee again. There we go. Actually gonna go that away. Delete that one. And do a levee right there. That should have it pretty fast through there. Is it gonna be... Wait, that's only one coming in. So delete that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how... Okay. How many could I have going through there and blocked off before I'm going to get too much buildup the other way? That is the question. This is how many across coming down? Let's see. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 coming down. And I want to put it into 4. It's not very tall, so that should be fine, I think. Pretty sure. Pathway. We need to go over here and over there. And let's come that way. We'll see if that works. I do not know. This might be the farthest I've gotten with the Iron Teeth. I know I played them very briefly when they first came out. Well, no. It was during the Bad Tides update, so they'd been out for a little bit. But I did not stick with them for very long because I like the folktales more. Okay, we'll go with that water. We've got crops. Not many crops though. Drought approaches in 3 days. Joy. We'll have some kohlrabi before then. We do have cassava. So if I get an extra beaver, I could turn on our fermenter. Not that we'll have power during the drought anyway, so. Okay. Guess that's kind of a net wash. But we avoided the bad tide killing off all our crops. So, I think we did okay. Storage, I'm gonna go ahead and get a medium tank geared up. Oh wait, is there a medium tank smaller, or am I thinking of the large tanks? I must be thinking of the large tanks being the 3x3. Prioritize that. Not that our water people have filled up all of our tanks anyway. They're working on it. I think I'm gonna have to go with a third water pump. I should have a faster option here, but none of these, even late game, look like they would give us more water. Like that would pump it up faster. But then it's just going to drop it on the other side. So unless I can put that on top of a big tank, that doesn't really do anything for me. Why? Oh, you would have to be there. I could just get rid of those little blueberry bushes. Mark for demolition. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, can I do it right there? I put in a platform I could. This one. Actually, I would like to do it over there. We'll just build a platform. That's going to be the nicest way to do it. Drought has started. His 11-day. Okay, so we've got another 11-day one. Let's pause one of these for right now. Put both of our farmhouses on harvesting priority right now. Because we have a good bit of kohlrabi that is ready to harvest. And we had drained our food supply, so we've got some hungry beavers. No, that's not what I want. Close that. And close that. I'm gonna put that window over there. Sorry, moving my windows around a little bit. How are we doing on water? It's not enough. You paused, breathing tank. You as well. Actually, all of you pause. Don't want to pause you, but I'm gonna need the water. You'll need to save up for the number cruncher. Let's go, little beavers. Might need to actually drain all of that water for drinking water and just say, forget the crops. Except they are eating them as fast as we are harvesting them. How are we looking on blueberries? 46. So I'm going to put you back on planting. And then I want to... Is my lack of crops, though, because of lack of farmers or lack of spots for crops? Let's see how well they keep up with this. We've got some hungry beavers, unfortunately. Let's pause those for right now so we can free up the workforce. Add them in as farmers. See how this goes. You should be focused on harvesting and those on planting. Harvesting takes more time. Really prefer a 3-1 ratio there, I think. Not positive. Day 7. Ooh, 7 days left on the drought. Yeah, I think this is going to end badly. Not positive yet, but I think we're going to die of dehydration before we get through this drought. Obstruction platform. I didn't realize platforms took planks. That is going to take them quite a while to build over there, but that's okay. Days or 6 days left of drought. Actually got 3 extra beavers, but that's because we've canceled other things. Anything more? I don't think there's any reason right now. I'm not gonna have enough free beavers and free power for a while to do the cassava, so I'm actually going to switch that to no, nope, cancel that, and then kohlrabi right there. I also need to mark for demolition, and we're about to have an ad break. Okay. Nope, another Taco Bell ad break. Joy. At least the one it's showing me. Okay, well, while it is trying to tempt me with Taco Bell, let's plant some more kohlrabis. Slowly decreasing on our water supply. 4 days, almost 5 days left. How much do we need for the number crutcher? Oh, it's like 1.5k. That is a lot. It's a lot. How much water do we have left in here? Very little. Almost none, basically. 95 on that. I'm gonna crank this up real fast. We're just gonna drain all the water out to put it in barrels. The crops can die. Got some more to harvest. We'll be fine on that, except we are out of food too. How are we out of food? Bad tide should not have been long enough for our crops to die off, and we had blocked it. So they should not have been getting poisoned. Mystery. Oh, and there's the water gone. 76 water to get through 3.5 days. I don't think that's enough. But they might not die of dehydration. It might just get very dehydrated. Very thirsty. But not actually die. That is the hope, at least. 3 days left, 54 water. Please live, little beavers. I mean, I have gotten a lot farther on this one, so I don't feel nearly as bad, but I had, unfortunately, let my poor beavers die a lot at the beginning. We haven't even hit 30 beavers. So we definitely needed to go up to 3 water pumps much quicker than this. Yeah. If we'd had 3 water pumps running to keep water supply up, we could have kept tanks full, we could have kept the breeding tanks going, so our population was going up faster. so that when a drought hit, we could turn off the pumps and just be fine. You're out of water. $1.8 days. We are now, as Zelford put it, we drove our Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Very, very dry. One and a half days. Come on, you can hold on, beavers. We had one grow up. Okay, we are out of children beavers. When we have water, we could turn on the breeding pits. But we gotta get there first. 1 day left. Okay, let's go, beavers. Literally just watching time go by and being like, let's not die. Please don't die. Come on, you can do it. You can live for a little while longer. Only like 0.5 days left. .4. 0.3. 0.2. 0.1. Now I could, if I built floodgates along the side here, and then raised it up, I could make a little bit of a reservoir here. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to have to do in the meantime. Let's see. Did we ever unlock? Did not unlock the triple floodgate. So it would have to be just a double. Give us a little extra water. I did one here. And we put it just up to where it would barely spill out. Right there. And then we did the same here. That would make it where it would basically artificially create a few little reservoirs for us. We need a pathway across. I think we do. Same thing over here, which is going to take some staircases. So staircase down, staircase down. And then platforms across, which are going to take a lot of planks. So high priority over there. What else do we have going on? We want highest priority to these two. And we'll need a pathway. If we do a pump there, pathway there, that is the actual highest priority. All of that. And that one, yeah. Second highest, neutral. This is actually going to be a low priority over here. Okay, Go, my little beavers, go! Did we have... We did have some starve. 1, 2, 3. We had 3 starve. How close are we? Oh, I think we're gonna have more starve. There's some blueberries. Go harvest the blueberries. Don't do that yet. We need those blueberries. That's what we're gonna eat till the kohlrabi comes in. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 start. No! My beavers! I guess I should have a secondary gather flag here just for emergencies. Okay. Died of thirst. Yeah, I realize. You can pause, lumberjack flag. Need you to do any other things anyway. Back down to only 12 beavers. Joy. Yeah, you've got plenty of... Wait, cassava. Why do you have... Oh, because we filled it up because we were gonna turn it... We were gonna ferment the cassava and then we haven't fermented the cassava. There's the kohlrabi. We're down to 11 beavers. I don't know if we can recover from this. And we have no children, so it's going to take a while to replace them anyway. Oh. Come on, harvest some blueberries, please. Slowly filling up. No, we're not even filling up. We're just kind of staring at the supply of kohlrabis. I'm gonna put you both on a harvest. Go harvest me all of the kohlrabis. Down to 9. I think we're in a unrecoverable death spiral. I don't need... The drought's gonna be too long. Yeah, we're in a unrecoverable death spiral. So we needed to have that third water pump much quicker. Which, wait, where did it even go? Okay. So we have learned things. By the time we're getting up to 11-day droughts, we need to have 3 pumps and get a medium tank going.